This is the 2023 Lord of the Springs 19-mile pre-ride. They changed it this year. It was 24 miles, now it's 19. It's gonna cut out the second section of single track. It's gonna take a 2-track climb to down a 2-track descent instead. It's my second time doing the pre-ride. Last time, of course, my camera, there was some weird encryption or something or other on the video file, so it cut out the last 10 minutes or 20 minutes of the pre-ride, which shows the new changes. So we'll try it again today. Gonna do it at workout pace because I'm trying to figure out what bike I'm gonna ride. My Super Caliber or my Bear Claw Thunderhawk. So we'll do Super Caliber today, come on another time, ride my Thunderhawk. Just raced on Saturday, raced the Divide. That was a challenging race. My legs definitely feel it. It's Tuesday today. If you're gonna come out and pre-ride, you need to do it Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday so that you go the correct direction on single track. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Great place to park is the township building. That's where I parked, and then did a warm-up and started over by the start. Another note, if you do pre-ride, do not go into the entrance of the YMCA location, into the camp down the dirt road. Start at the, just out on the road like I did. Race directors have asked us not to go back there and start back there. So you got this kind of pavement lead out. We'll turn left onto Bowens Mill Road, be on gravel, and then go up a 2-track sandy climb on Bassett Lake. trying to index my shifting. Catch it on that cog. There we go. Can't stand clicking, creaking, scraping, squealing on bikes. Drives me nuts. Miles gonna come back on Norris. We get kind of dumped out kitty corner across the road and jot down Norris. You'll see it later in the video. See if I'll be able to hold this effort for the ride. It's 19 miles, so it's not crazy long, but man, I am tired from that race. I kind of decided about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, I was gonna do this today. Was just gonna go out and cruise at Merrill, but might as well get out here when I can. I don't get out this way much, or really to any single track, so I'll take advantage when I got the opportunity. Beautiful day. I think it's 77, so not too hot. Doesn't look like much wind because I can feel it riding, but there's no breeze in the trees, so that's nice. Means no headwind or tailwind, which I don't mind no wind. Next road on Bassett Lake, we'll turn right, head down that gravel road, then we'll go up the sandy 2-track. Everybody's favorite. It's a tough 2-track to get up with everybody all bunched up. Last year, being on a gravel bike, wanted to get ahead of some of the crowd, so I kind of let out for a bit on these roads and decided everybody's hanging with, so ease off. But Still went up the single track in the first part of the bunch, or the 2-track. So I do not like to get sucked up behind people. Got some people slow way down, have a tough time getting up. We were climbing up last year, moving at a good pace. One dude in front of me just completely stopped all of a sudden, which as many do in the sand. I ran into the back of him, kept climbing. I was about to hit the descent, my chain came off, got back on, kept going, chain came off again. So by the time I hit single track, I figured there were 20 people ahead of me. By that time, you get sucked into the second group. It's really hard to get back to the leaders. You got stuck behind some folks in the single track, which, hey, you know what? I didn't have a mechanical, my chain didn't fall off, I could have been up there, so just kind of what happens sometimes. Had my chain come off again later in the race, right before the deep lake climb, so that stunk. Kind of sealed my fate. I was super bummed. The year before I got 6th overall. Well, the year before COVID I did a 37. I think I got 200 and something, or around 200, I don't know. It was pretty bad. I remember I had a sinus infection and raced anyway. Wasn't a good day, but hey, happy to be on the bike and have fun. And then next year I did the 24. I got 6th. Last year I wanted to get top 3. Or no, we had COVID, then did the 24, I think. Got 6th. And then did it last year. I think I got 16th or something. Dropped my chain 3 times. Really unfortunate. So I'd like to redeem myself this year. I wish I would have kept the second section of single track, but that's okay. I think it gets more people out that are more timid or don't necessarily have the confidence quite yet to hit the second section of the old course. So it's all right as long as we can get more people out having fun, exercising. And I'm not going to complain about that. I've thought about going up to the 37. It's a little too far for me though. My gravel races are not even that far. Definitely more of a short course guy. And here we go, Bassett Lake climb. I'm already tired. Had a 44 tooth chainring last year on this, my Thunderhawk. Riding a 36 tooth oval, and a Super Cal. Sorry, you got to hear me huffing and puffing the whole way, but this is going to be a workout, and I wanted to record it, so you can just mute it and put on some music. Otherwise, I'll talk to the camera the whole way. Feels like there's a person or something when I record, so I automatically just talk to the camera like somebody's with me. Oh yeah, it's sandy, all right. send a bunch of cyclists through here in a race. It'll be way worse. Even when I ride this by myself, I can't usually just ride up the middle. So yeah, it's sandy, but it's usually way sandier than this. So as we did just get rain though, recently. Yeah, I've never ridden up that with it being that packed. Don't expect that on race day. Just set your expectations for thick sand. And frickin' mosquitoes, wow. 4 or 5 of them right here in front of my face. Drop my chain right here, and then again later before the single track. So real early on. Gotta watch that washout area. Stay to the left. It's always like that. So hard because like after that section, I'd want to ride this. But in the gravel, in the road, I'd like to ride the Thunderhawk. So, we'll see. I don't know how long this section is, but I know it's about 23 minutes or so ish during the race. that was a big pedal strike. Glad I got 170 millimeter crank arms. Some of this is glad, or I'm glad I got a Super Cal, but that section's not that long. So, it's kind of when you ask a question, you really need a mountain bike for a couple sections like that? I don't know. I would definitely, if you're not used to riding a gravel bike on single track, for sure ride your mountain bike. I'm just been having an internal debate for me since the moment I finished the race last year. I think gravel bike was the right choice last year with a fork and tires, but I just had the chainring mishap, so hard to say. Still getting used to the mountain bike too, after not having one for a year and recently building one up again. Different kind of workout too. I'm not used to having the mountain bike as I go around all the roots. I'm just been so accustomed to the gravel bike and no suspension. So I gotta get used to just riding over the roots again. Just so different on drop bars. Front brake is squeaky. Oh, I definitely got to do some work on turning. Wow, that was slow. Watching a video about cornering on a gravel bike and whatnot. Dude put a water bottle on the ground, would try to go pick it up, lean over. That really helps. I gotta do that. definitely got to adjust this derailleur after this ride. Just switch the derailleurs on my bike around. Quick set this one up, but obviously need to do some more fine tuning. Probably can't hear it on the video. Ever so slightly clicking. Whew. Those roots are a lot bigger than they used to be. Wasn't expecting that, so I went around. Always thought about bunny hopping them, but that could go bad for me because I don't have those kind of skills. Man, my legs are still tired from Saturday. Wow. Whew. Need to come out here and do this fresh. Squirrel. Always gotta watch out for the sandy corner. So interesting because the divide had so much sand and I was on 12 G1R and a 45 on my gravel bike, and now I'm riding Maxxis Aspen 2.4 on the Super Cal, and the sand still makes me nervous. So for me, I don't really know that it makes all that much difference to have a much wider tire for me personally. For a lot of people they say it would, but I kind of feel just as squeamish on it, but that's probably because I'm not great at riding in the sand. Man, I kind of forgot how much fun mountain biking was. This is a blast. Oh, you gotta stop talking, pay attention. Yeah, I kind of forgot how much fun it was. Stick. So the stick was between the pulley wheel and the chain, and I got the new SRAM transmission drivetrain coming for this bike, and I thought about upgrading to the Magic pulley wheel. I don't know if you've seen it, but more or less, if a stick were to get caught in the pulley wheel, like the little spaces between the wheel, then it can keep spinning. But that just got caught between the chain and the outside of the pulley wheel, the actual wheel. 3 other times I've got sticks caught. It's always between the chain and those teeth of the pulley wheel, so that Magic spinner would not help in any of those cases. Asked one of my teammates what he thought yesterday. He said, you know, how many times you got a stick caught? And I said, well, 3, make that one 4. But it's never been in on the side because there's been no holes for a stick to go through there, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to try transmission on this bike. It's heavier, but that's okay. I just like to try stuff. I think it's fun. I'm not, you know, winning a bunch of races or not racing pro. Heck, I'm not even finishing top 10 most of the time in the local races, so the weight doesn't matter for me as much. I do like to play the weight weenie game because it's fun, but sometimes you compromise. I'm not running it today because I'm getting a shorter one, but I have a dropper post for this bike. I usually get the Bontrager RSL seat post. It's super light, and I'm running the dropper just because it's a little bit more fun, and it's a lot heavier, but hey, that's okay. Sometimes it's more about confidence and having fun, or just getting what you like, than the weight. It's why I have a titanium gravel bike as one of my gravel bikes, as my go-to, because it's not always about the weight. It's about having something that you can be confident on, don't ever have to worry about it breaking, can take it through single track. It's super compliant, gives me a lot of confidence, fits super wide tires. At the end of the day, that pound or 2 isn't gonna make a difference for me. And honestly, speaking of that, I've got a Bear Claw Thunderhawk and a 2023 Checkpoint SL5. Both are outfitted with kind of a Force red XX1 Access group set and carbon wheels and all that. Everything is very similar on the 2 builds. And the Thunderhawk doesn't hardly weigh any more than the Checkpoint, so. I feel like a workout anymore. I mean, it does, but definitely chilled out a bit. But even in races, you know, there are times when you just chill. Wow, I said it's not hot, but I'm drinking a lot more water than I'm used to, or than I usually do. "36 minutes in, and I already probably drank 3/4 of that water, and I figured I'd only drink about 3/4 for the whole thing. But good thing I brought 2 bottles. You never know. Stuff like that, you know. A little bit extra weight in your training rides. Does it not matter? I've got a tube strapped to my frame with a KOM boa strap. Highly, highly recommend. I've got it on my top tube, kind of between the top tube and down tube where they meet in the front, near the head tube. Really nice spot for it on this bike. Yeah, an easy way to carry the tube. If you don't want to bring a saddlebag, I have my tools in my pocket in my back. Whew. Told you the 2.4 tires don't really matter for me in the sand. I'm still squirming. Tell you what, a mountain bike's a lot more comfortable on the trails than my gravel bike with drop bars and no suspension. Really curious to see how the 2 bikes compare when I bring the Thunderhawk out here on a similar effort. I don't think I'm going to be that much faster on the Super Cal and the single track unless I'm out front going balls to the wall on the single track the whole time, because I always get caught up in the race behind people on the single track here. Very sandy right here. Really excited for the transmission too, where I can keep full power when I'm shifting gears. People say shifting's delayed, but that's because Cerama's designed a couple little ramp sections where the chain will pop up or pop down onto the cogs. So you just have to time it. Just like now when you kind of soft pedal, the same thing. You just have to know when it's going to jump. It's a learning curve, not a big deal, but I'm excited for that. Section always sneaks up on me during the race. Can take a lot of energy if you pick a bad line on that one. Just like that, Ken. Should have gone the outside, went inside. Sucked up time and power. You can see my tire going around a lot of these roots because I'm just so used to the drop bars riding around it all. First time I've ever took the inside line there. Usually go the outside. Here, and then you get ready to go up the road, over the road after this. It's not really trimmed for it yet, but I'll see about getting up it now. I'm going too slow. Oh shit. Whew. Oh. Hit that and it was about to fall backwards. All right, so you go up to Norris. I think this is Gun Lake. You pass over. We're gonna be on gravel for a bit and then pavement. So that's it for single track. For the 19-mile race. The rest is gravel road and 2-track. There's really only one more 2-track section. These SIS gels are great. Love the Science and Sport stuff. It's real like liquidy, thin, goes down easy. I don't like the goos or some of that other stuff that's so thick. However, I do love me a good Nutella. I think it's Nutella. Hammer Nutrition, I think, makes a Nutella flavor. Maybe it's just chocolate, I don't know. But I love it. So that one's thicker, but I do like that. It's really good. Other nice thing about Science and Sport is you don't need water with them. They do recommend water after the espresso gel ones, like the double espresso. It's got 150 milligrams of caffeine. That one they do recommend water after. I can tell I'm dehydrated because I'm just sucking down water. So we're gonna come up to the cemetery for the 19 milers and turn right onto Duffy. Although it says the queue is, the next queue after this. I love this section on my gravel bike. So you can kind of rip it open right here. But the mountain biker stayed right with me, so it's not like it's a huge advantage. It's just kind of fun to get spinning quick. Now that I'm out here on the mountain bike, I'm leaning towards riding this, but I gotta get out here with the Thunderhawk, ride that. I was gonna bring it today, but still have gravel tires on it, and I want to put mountain bike tires on it. Well, just wider tires to come ride this. don't really do any other mountain bike races. I do Iceman, but Lord of the Springs and Iceman are really the only two that aren't gravel. So I should probably use my mountain bike. Good problem to have. First world problem. So everything I've done so far is the same as the prior years. The 24 mile, at least since I've been doing it, the 24 mile goes this way. So nothing is new yet. Everything is the same until the next section of 2-track. Turn right onto Hastings Point Road. Do a little pavement climb. We are 12.6 miles in. We, like you're with me. Built this Super Caliber a couple weeks ago. Had a creek in the bottom bracket. I went on vacation and let my buddy ride it. He swapped out, or removed the bottom bracket and re-greased it and reinstalled because I don't have a press fit tool or headset press. It was better than it was, and then I removed the rear triangle, removed the bolt and the main pivot, removed the washers, cleaned it all out. When the bearings are gritty, sounds like sandpaper. So I put it back together, re-greased it all, greased the iso strut bolts and stuff. Still a slight tweak, or slight creak. My pedals are creaking, so I sprayed them with water on my ride the other day to see if that was it, but they were still going. It was still making the sound. So regardless, those pedals are creaking, so I'm gonna strip them apart, clean them, re-grease the bushings and all that, and put them back in. Everything else is torqued to spec, greased well. I just don't know what it is. It's not the headset, it's not the through axle, it's not the chain ring, it's not the power meter. It's not that loud, but it bothers me. So we're gonna turn right onto Gun Lake Road. Yeah, a little bit of a blind corner, so I want to slow down. That car's gonna turn. So now we go across up into the 2-track, and up ahead is where the new course changes apply. Up at, I think it's called Graves Hill, there's a sign there, and we're gonna go left instead of going right. I don't really know if this ride is workout pace anymore. I mean, it kind of is. Just got to make sure on my Thunderhawk when I come out here not to go race pace the whole time. Try to keep this effort. Wow, this is packed nicely from the rain. very nicely. Yeah, here's a sign, so we're gonna go left. "37 goes right, 19 goes left." The 24 used to go right, where we'd enter the second single track section, but now we go left up here. Oh, muddy. Now, I'm not sure exactly how far this section is, but I will hopefully I'll throw the data from the ride up on this video so you can see for yourself what mile, or not what mile marker it's at, but what distance it is. We get dumped out at the road right up here. Yep, we're gonna just make a quick left and a quick right onto Norris. I'm not sure this is going to be any faster than my last pre-ride where I just chilled. That was also on my Super Caliber. I did 2 laps, and I don't think this is much faster. Have to come back here on fresh legs. Fun course though, especially the pre-ride. So we'll take Norris up to Bowen's Mill and turn left. I think it's at the stop sign up here, I can't remember. Yep, turn left at the stop sign. I'm running Bontrager Kobe Pro wheels, not the new RSL wheels, just the Kobe Pro. I think they're spec'd at like 1,300 grams or some, 1350 or 75, but they're really, I think, right around 1700. Truck wheels usually weigh a lot more than they say. I bought a pair of Hydra hubs from a dude on, I think, on the east side. Recognized him, name from some races and stuff, and I knew he was legit, so got some hubs from him, and then ordered some rims from Light Bicycle Company. I've been rocking their wheels for the last several years. They're awesome. They just came out with the new rim XC930, 30mm internal. So I'm gonna get those Hydra hubs laced up with Sapine D-Light spokes on those rims. Should be like 1250 to 1300 grams. So that'll be cool. Always wanted Hydra hubs. Always wanted Hydra hubs. So I'm excited to have those. I just love the noise, to be honest. But they suit this build really well. Hey there, good afternoon. Always nice to see other riders out here. Don't want to fly around that corner because there could be cars. Arms are too sweaty to lean down. Could go for an ice cream cone. During the divide they had popsicles. Read that before the race and was like, oh, I'm gonna get one of those. Some people can't eat when they ride or after. I'm a sucker for ice cream or popsicles after a ride. Slushy. There's a township building again where I parked. You can start and end there. You're not missing anything. All it is this pavement section to the finish where I started. Technically goes in to the camp. It's a little gravel stretch, but it's just a little straightaway. Nothing you really got to focus on except for the turn going in. Just got to be careful of your speed. So you go from pavement to gravel on a corner, and then straight to the finish. I came in too hot, not last time but the time before. Didn't lose it, but lost a spot because of it. I lost control. Dude passed me. Camera's still going. GoPro says on this shooting mode, I think I get, I thought it was 81 minutes. Maybe it's 89. So I'm going for 73, but 72. But you know how it goes. It only lasts up to that max time if all the settings are exactly that. So we'll see. So yeah, the 19 mile is the same as the 24, except when you're going up that last 2-track, go left at the Graves Hill sign, go through the 2-track, down Norris, and take a left on Bowen's Mill. Before, we used to go right with the 37 milers up to the Deep Lake single track section, but we will no longer do that. So if you want to get out here, Mark has a Strava route built. That's what I followed. It worked great. You can use that. I built a Strava segment for the pre-ride. Starts and ends right at the entrance of Camp Manitou, where I started and where I'll finish here. I just created that so that I could compare my bikes, so I don't have to go look back at the workouts. I can just look at those segments and compare them all. So during the race, we will come up here and go left right here into there, and the finish is just straight down there.